Hi, my name is Star, and I've decided to just do this audio clip for those that are interested in listening to it, for those that are seeking for inner peace. Many of us question what inner peace is all about, but I'm very sure that is what we are all seeking for in this world we live in. Nobody wants to be upset, nobody wants to carry around the burden, nobody wants to be angry all the time, nobody wants to be upset and disappointed and hurt. So in the end, we all seek for inner peace. But to find inner peace, one needs to forgive, one needs to let go of all the hurt, let go of all the pain that you feel inside you. For the past 3 days, I have been thinking about how I should put this, whether I should write a status, whether I should talk to somebody who I feel cannot find it in themselves to forgive others. So I went ahead anyway and decided to just do this audio clip. And what I'm going to talk about is forgiveness. Well, forgiveness, it's not really just about saying, okay, I forgive you. Forgiveness is about truly meaning what you're saying. When you say, okay, I forgive you, what do you mean? What are you willing to do about it is the question. What are you going to do about whatever has made you angry? Are you going to keep it in you, just keep it aside, waiting for the perfect time to take your revenge? Or are you going to completely get rid of it, as in leave it in God's hands? Many of us fail to forgive truly with all of our hearts because of our pride, because we believe in taking revenge all the time. Our bodies are created in a certain way where we always want to defend ourselves, we always want to protect ourselves. And to me, that does not mean wanting to protect yourself means wanting to harm others. And that is why I believe in forgiveness. When you forgive somebody, when you finally decide in your soul that this is not worth my tears, this is not worth my time, you let it go. What you do is you get down on your knees and you ask God to guide you. Let it all in God's hands. Allow Him to be the ruler of this problem. Allow Him to take control of your situation. It might not be easy to do, but that is the only way. You want to wake up knowing that you have no hate in your heart. You want to wake up knowing you have no stress in your mind. You want to wake up knowing nobody can say or do anything to you and bring your spirit down. And that is the power of forgiveness. Forgiveness is not just about saying, yes, it's okay, I have forgiven you. Just try and think about it. How many people have you hurt in your life? And what did you want from them? I'm sure you wanted them to forgive you, right? So why is it hard for you to forgive somebody when somebody has hurt you? Why is it so hard for you to find it in your heart and just let it go? I'm not saying forgive them and get back. I'm saying forgive them with all of your heart and just find that peace inside you, whereby I know you can stand before this person that has hurt you and feel nothing but happiness and joy inside you. Why don't you want to be the greater person? Because many of us would rather please the devil. We would rather be angry at somebody for days, spending sleepless nights thinking about this one problem, this one yourself. Why is it so hard for you to just forgive? A lot of marriages, a lot of relationships are broken down and destroyed because people refuse to forgive each other. It does not mean when you forgive somebody you are weak. It simply means you are greater. The spirit in you is greater. The devil wants us to be in broken relationships. The devil wants us to be angry. He wants us to not be at peace with the people that we love and care about. So he would bring us problems that will cause us to be angry, problems that will cause us not to forgive the people that we care about. But is that what God wants us to be like? I know that God's spirit is not hate. God's spirit is not anger. God's spirit is not jealousy. God's spirit is love. It's peace. And if you do not have that in you, you do not have the Spirit of God. So go out there, seek for the Spirit of God. Go down on your knees, pray and ask for the Spirit of God to bring you peace, to bring you joy, to bring you love. Forgiving somebody might be very hard to do, but when you have decided that you want inner peace, it's the most easiest thing to do. And all you have to do is forgive. Forgive and continue with your life as though that problem never came to you. Everything else, leave it in God's hands. God is not a stupid man. He knows you. He knows what you need. He knows why you exist. And that is to fulfill His word. And His word does not say hate. It does not say be mad at each other or be angry at each other. We are all God's children, and He knows us. And that is why it is important for you to seek for forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Forgive that person that has hurt you and move on. Do not waste energy stressing over little things. And know that God is the Alpha and the Omega. Many of us know that. But what does it actually mean? What does it mean when we say God is the Alpha and the Omega? The beginning and the end. That means God knows what is the beginning and He knows what is the end of your life. He knows what will come, what came. So why are you worried? He already knows, and He's not going to let you down. He's not going to let you suffer. You are in the middle of the Alpha and the Omega, meaning whatever wanted to come, God knows about it. Whatever came in your life, God knows about it. The same way He made you overcome whatever happened before, it's the same way He will make you overcome whatever is happening right now, because He knows what He has planned for you ahead. He knows what greater things He has for you, what greater plans He has for you. And those are not plans of anger, plans of hate, plans of disappointment, plans of tears. It has nothing to do with that. That is the work of the devil. What you are fighting is not a fleshly battle, it's a spiritual battle. Although many of us do not understand it that way, it is a spiritual battle. That anger, that hate, that disappointment is not caused by a body. It's caused by a spirit, an evil spirit that wants you to be unhappy. That is why when you get angry, when you are hurt, don't go out there to fight a body. Kneel down and fight the spirit that is causing that pain. Kneel down and ask God to send you the strength and the knowledge on how to deal with a certain problem, and He will do that. There is nothing that is greater for God. You have your problems. Everybody else has their problems. People have greater problems than what you have. But because we have not experienced other bigger problems, what we have at hand, we feel that is the greater problem that we have. But there are people out there who are suffering more. And that is why I ask you to let it all go. Let it go. Embrace God's love. Embrace His peace. Embrace His Spirit. And forgive. The same way God forgives us for our own sin. Allow that spirit of forgiveness in you and forgive. Allow that same spirit of love that God has over us to lead you and spread love. And as I always say, I live in the circle of love. Join in, spread love, forgive, move on, and be happy. Do something more productive, more, yes, just do something better with your life instead of spending sleepless nights and hours thinking about problems. Pray over it once and let it all be in God's hands. Believe that it is gone. There is nothing greater for God. Nothing. He is the Alpha and the Omega. He knows what happened. He knows what is to happen. And He knows what is happening right now. So don't not doubt His power. Don't doubt His power thinking He's unable to hear you. He's unable to answer you. God is greater and He knows you. He knows what your wishes are, what your dreams are. And I'm sure nobody wishes to be suffering all the time. Sometimes in life we encounter problems, and God allows us to encounter those certain problems not because He wants us to suffer, but because He wants to know what you will do when a problem arises. Who will you call on? Will you go to your mother? Will you go to your friend? Will you go to your teacher? Will you go to your boyfriend? Or will you call on Him? God wants to test our faith. He wants to know whether what you say, what you preach about is actually what you will do. When you say, God is great, nothing is more stronger than Him. Does that mean when that problem comes, you will still have the same faith? Or will you cry and be under your blanket for days, crying, asking God why? Or will you stand up before that problem and say, God is greater? That is why God allows us to go through certain things. So do not worry yourself. Just pray, have faith, believe, and it shall be done. But first of all, forgive that person that has hurt you. Because whatever you pray for today, but you still have that hate in your heart, you still haven't forgiven that one person that has hurt you so much. Believe me, God will not answer your prayers until you forgive that person. God wants us to forgive each other. God wants us to live as brothers and sisters in love, in faith, and in honesty. Don't worry about what somebody else will say. Don't worry about what they will think of you. Don't worry about people laughing at you. Don't worry about people mocking you. Just live your life in the Spirit of God. Forgive, love, care, and that is it. You cannot tell the world you're a child of God, but yet you live nothing like Him. You're the same person that is gossiping about people. You are the same person that is spreading rumors around. You're the same person that is hating. God does not do that. A child of God is supposed to carry the Spirit of God. A child of God is supposed to know what his Father wants. A child of God is supposed to know what is right, what is wrong. You as a child of God, you are not supposed to wait on people to tell you how your Father is like. You are supposed to look for Him, learn about Him, know what He is all about, know what His Spirit is all about. Study His Word day in, day out, and know exactly what He wants and what is expected of us. And that is the only way to go. Thank you for listening. Stay blessed and make that circle bigger. Spirit love all over. And take care of yourself. Take care of your spiritual body. Because you can get cut right now. And you can go to the hospital, get stitched, get bandaged, and whatever else the doctor will do. But when your heart is broken, there's nothing any doctor can do to heal you. There's only one doctor that can heal the soul, and that is God. That is finding inner peace within you. That is the only way you will find inner peace. When you go to God and ask Him to send you spiritual healing, when your spiritual body is healed by Him, that is the only way you will find peace. And that is why I say, matters of the Spirit, you don't deal with them by flesh as a human being. You deal with them spiritually. You go on your knees, you pray. Because you can go to hospitals, you can talk to your sisters and whatever, but nothing will change the situation until you allow God to change your situation. Stay blessed. Star loves you and I care about you. Thank you for listening.